Filey is a quintessential seaside town. With Scarborough to the north and Bridlington to the south, it is a miniature must-see version of both.
Yeah, it's a small town, but 3 times a year, the town bursts to life with the Filey Food Festival.
It is raining, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're ready to go.
I think we are.
Yeah. Off we go! So I'm with Nikki from Sorley Kitchen. Hello Nikki,
Hi,
how are
hello.
you?
Very well, thank
you
you.
seem a little bit warmer than me. But you've got some lovely biscuits
Thank
here.
you.
And meringues.
Yep.
Amazing. So could you tell us a little bit about Sorley Kitchen and what you do?
Right, yes, we are an award-winning biscuit bakehouse based just outside Ripon. We started off in the kitchen of the Sorley Arms, and then when the pub was sold, then we moved into a little industrial estate just outside the other side of Ripon. So, yeah.
So that's really nice that it's come from the Sorley Arms and then you
Yes.
sort of kept the name because
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
where you started.
Well, exactly. So it gives us, it's the provenance and it's the story.
Yeah, I love
You know,
that.
there's a start and not yet a finish.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And so in the Sorley Arms, were you making biscuits there?
Yes,
As
yeah,
well? Okay.
Yeah. We'd started doing it because there was a little bit of a recession on quite a few years ago, and so I was trying to take the name of the pub out to people. Then the company became busy, and then it was a case of realising it had legs on its own.
Yeah, that is so great. And have you always made biscuits? Are you sort of like are you
Well,
a baker at heart?
possibly I started with Betty's many squillion years ago, and I worked with them for a few years, and I met my husband. I went into hospitality.
Yeah.
So and then I've come back to being baking.
Lovely.
Full circle.
It's all so colourful.
Thank you.
I love it. So it's not just shortbread because I've seen my favourite are shortbread, so I just sort of
Yeah,
ate
there's
all those.
shortbread and there's biscuits, cookies, meringues. We specialise in hotel room biscuits. That's what I'm putting the labels
Oh,
for.
yeah.
Grand Hotel. Our biscuits go all over the country. We even supply the Ritz in London with their biscuits, their rooms. Yeah.
And so what's the have you noticed there's a favourite that people like in the rooms? Have there been feedback
The
from?
rhubarb and custard actually. We have one hotel in Chester that takes 2,000 packets every other month, purely because and we won that contract against Walkers, which is like yes,
That's
the
incredible.
little people against the big people.
Yes, that's what I love. It seems to be a lot.
Quintessentially British, English rhubarb and custard.
Yeah, so the Ritz and places like that,
Yeah.
it sort of seems to go hand in hand, right?
Yes, yeah.
And it seems that's a bit of sort of the festival that we were in Malton yesterday, but here in the Filey Food Festival, it's sort of the theme, I think, that it's very homegrown
Yes.
and and the ethos is sort of family run and
Well, the provenance of English Yorkshire produce is running really, really high. So, and we're very proud, and we have got some amazing producers in this area.
Yeah.
And we're all out there, standing at markets in either cold, rain, sun, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You're here no matter what, and
Yeah.
people seem to come out even if it is like this, don't they? So.
Yeah. This is a lovely little festival to attend, I must admit.
So what was the award that you won?
Well,
Great taste.
we've had a great taste awards with a couple of our products, the ginger thins and our savoury crackers, which are sold out of, so I haven't got any of those left. But yeah, so we've sort of won a few awards, runners up and things, etc.
It sounds like you're doing such a great job.
Thank you.
And I just think it's all just looking absolutely beautiful in your store, and the fact that you've sold out is great, especially on this day.
I know.
Thanks, Nikki. It's so
you're
nice
more
to
than
chat to
welcome.
you.
Nice to chat to you
Thank
too.
you very much.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how long have you had this business of making fudge?
18 months?
Yeah, we've been doing this for, well, I say we've been doing this for 18 months. I'm a full-time teacher. So my wife,
rope them in on the
my wife does this full-time and I help out, so yeah.
Well, we like to do a few kind of wacky flavours that other people maybe don't do, so it exploded, didn't it?
Yeah. It started off with taking things into my workplace and they decided, well, why don't you sell it? And we were going, okay, we'll give it a try. And it's kind of snowballed from there. It's just got bigger and bigger over the last 18 months, so yeah.
Fudge is such a treat though. I don't know anybody who doesn't like fudge, seriously.
Well, we get a lot of people that come to us and say, I don't like fudge. And without pressuring them, we say, look, just try our fudge. We pressure them. Yeah, okay. And actually, we have converted, not everybody, but we've converted a lot of people that wouldn't normally like fudge because they've maybe had a cheaper version or something like that. And actually, they've walked away with a box full of fudge and taken it to the cinema, so yeah. We've got the one that's just vanilla, as people are going to calling it. But we've got chocolate orange, apple crumble, so it's got actual apple pieces in there, chocolate raspberry, and then you've got the cookie dough, so we've got actual cookie dough with chocolate chips mixed in there. We've said about the,
Road.
and then the rainbow is strawberry, lemon, and orange, which gives it that fruity flavour. And salted caramel, mint chocolate, lemon meringue, and then you've got the rum and raisin. We don't just do a rum and raisin flavour. No, it's a rum flavour, but then we add the raisin separately.
Very nice.
And then you've got
the
a
finale?
double chocolate.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Properly indulgent.
White on top, milk chocolate on the bottom. There we go.
Oh, so there's something here for absolutely everyone.
There certainly is.
Yeah.
And this is only about half of the flavours that we do.
Yeah, we
Well, I
don't.
actually like the name, Blue Gnu. Where did it come from?
It kind of came out of nowhere. It's one of those that it's memorable.
Yeah.
And it makes people talk about it. It's like, why Blue Gnu? What's Blue Gnu? And it gets people to talk about it. But you won't forget it.
Taste test, folks. Taste test. Oh. Oh my gosh! All right, that's really bad now because that diet's gone out of the window. This is really nice. It just, yeah. No, seriously, that is nice. So that one's chocolate. Yeah, I can taste the raspberry.
Yeah.
It's just like I say, it's very rich but not thick. It's just really smooth, kind of velvety.
Absolutely. Well done, guys. And thank you
you
for telling us about your wonderful food
Thank you.
stall.
Thank you.
Come and get some, guys. And hi, Phil Armitage. How are you?
Very well,
Phil?
thank you. Very well indeed.
So this is Phil Armitage, also known as Filey Phil. That's your nickname. I love that. You should get a T-shirt with us.
I'm going to do.
So yeah, we're here today in Filey. The weather is not so great. So how do you go about picking people for the festival?
Well, what we do is we like to offer something different to people. So one of our jobs is to go out there to visit other markets, to look at how they operate and source a lot of stores from other markets to bring them here, so that we can offer something different and diverse, something that's really interesting. So when our visitors come 3 times a year, they find something different. It's not the same all the time.
Right. So how long has it actually been running for?
Well, we've been, as a council, we've been running this now for 2 years. So this is the 6th one that we've done today.
Okay, wow,
Okay.
6 today. That's like happy birthday, 6 years. That's cool. So Filey itself, because I've heard of Filey, don't know much about it. Are you developing it as a location for tourists with the food festival?
Yeah, we're developing it. We're hoping to work more with the local businesses as well. The food festival is a great idea to bring more people into Filey, to give people an awareness of what we've got to offer. A lot of people we talk to say, well, what's the main selling point of Filey? I said, like today, the food festival, the main selling point is the spectacular views. You can see Filey Brig, Flamborough Head, but also what other people don't realise is that Filey is also being voted one of the best beaches in the UK.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah,
That's like,
yeah.
So as far as Filey Festival go, how's that rating in terms of the festivals in the country?
We're getting a lot of comments recently that we're the best food festival in Yorkshire.
Wow.
Obviously, I can't vouch for that, but obviously the customers and the stallholders can vouch for that too.
Yeah.
So that's really good news to us.
And what kind of stalls do you have? Because I remember you saying something, there's an award-winning stall here.
We have an award-winning stall here today, which is Culling Pig,
Right.
and they actually serve royalty.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you for telling us about Filey, and yeah, guys, you should come and see the place. Obviously, the weather's not great today, but the scenery is fantastic when the sun comes up eventually. But it's a beautiful place, and you've made us feel really welcome. We've really enjoyed ourselves here, despite the weather. Okay. Thank you very much, Will.
Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello there. So we are here at the Culling Pig with Christine and David. Hello.
Hello there.
Thank you for inviting me into your lovely stall.
That's
it
all right.
smells delicious.
Thank you.
And it's nice and covered under here.
Yes, nice and dry.
Yeah, it's been freezing today. So can you tell us a bit about the Culling Pig?
Yeah.
What you do, obviously.
Yeah, basically we started about seven years ago. We started in our kitchen at home. I'm a retired policeman. Christine's a retired nurse. I had a year off and then I worked for Disney. I was Mickey Mouse's bodyguard for 4 years. We had no background in food.
No.
And we just thought, we'll give this a go, and it's worked wonderful.
It's been a labour of love, I suppose. That's why you...
Yeah. We always pride ourselves on knowing what we are getting and giving to the public.
Yeah.
So we know that when I pick up a pig which has been dispatched, I know that I get it from that particular farmer, and I know how that animal has been produced.
Yeah.
I know that it's had quality free range, quality food, quality accommodation, and it's had a really good time.
The Culling Pig. How did you come up with it?
over to
Well,
you.
it was a brain wave, really. I was trying to think of something that was short
Yeah.
and quirky, that would click into people's minds and they wouldn't forget, and also a logo to depict what we actually do.
Yeah. Because you're so right. Because I didn't even think of it like that.
Exactly.
You've got the egg in the middle, and then I think it's a clocking great
Happy
name.
days, yeah.
It's a great name.
Great. Thank you so much for chatting
Not
to
a
us.
problem.
I'm really,
Pleasure.
it's so lovely, and good luck with it all because
Pleasure.
it sounds like you're doing so well.
Yeah. Would you like one for lunch?
Oh yeah. I mean, we love a Scotch egg, would we, guys?
Absolutely.
What would you like?
Great, so we're here at the food festival in Filey, and I found Rob Green here. Lovely to meet you.
Hi.
And you've been in the Evon Centre today this morning?
Yeah, this morning, yeah.
And you've been doing some food demonstrations, is that right?
That's right, yeah. No, we've been demonstrating some fabulous local seafood this morning, today, yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about who you work for, or what you do for this particular?
Yeah, well, I'm a self-employed consultant chef, so I do a lot of recipe development, a lot of product development, things like that. But I also am a UK ambassador for Seafish, which is the authority on seafood in this country. Well, I had to wing it a bit today because I didn't know what we had. A big food festival yesterday. Came this morning. Some lovely fishmonger had bought the seafood here, so I just bought a few bits and bobs ingredients in my truck thing, and off we went. So I did. We actually did a curried mussels with some fresh halibut and sort of like onion bhaji onions. And then I also did a fillet of sea bass with like a sauce vierge and things like that, which is sort of an olive oil based sauce and things. So but real quick.
I wouldn't have thought you could do curry. I don't know why. Curried mussels.
Curried mussels are absolute classic.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't tried it. I've missed it. I'm really annoyed.
The seafood that we get is obviously, we have to cook what we can get. I mean, obviously there's seasonality, a lot of seasonality about the fish and the seafood that we get, but sometimes it's not possible, so we have to adapt. Today, being a Sunday, I only did a couple of dishes and not knowing what I was doing. The idea is is really not doing chefy things that are going to take half an hour to cook, and people aren't going to go home and do them.
Yeah.
The idea is to get people to eat easy, tasty, seafood dishes.
I think a lot of the time people are a bit scared of that because you can get ill maybe if you don't do it right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know, and there's a lot of myths and things. So I'm a bit of a myth buster as well when it comes to this as well.
That's great.
Yesterday there was a gentleman saying that it's taken him 50 years to pluck up the courage to eat a mussel. Yeah. And he said thank you very much. They're absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of oyster virgins coming up that haven't had one before.
Yeah.
So we open them up and we say, right, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to turn around and look at the sea, which is 20 yards just over the slipway, and just look at the sea and just take the oyster, and then they're just absolutely. Oh, I'll have another one, please.
That's so great.
Yeah, it's been a long summer. Yeah, this is probably one of my last demonstrations of the year. And then we usually start again in sort of like early May time, April. Yeah. So.
Great. Wow. So you deserve a nice. What are you going to have today?
I've got a nice bit of roast beef because
you cooking?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be cooking. Yeah.
Well, it was so lovely talking to you, Rob.
You too. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you chatting to us, and thank you for fitting us in with your busy schedule.
Not at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Despite the weather, we've had so much fun at Filey Food Festival. It's been great talking to all of the traders and hearing about their passions for their food.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. We spoke to so many people and I've learned so much about the different various types of food that we have here. It's been really interesting. Definitely coming back next year.
And maybe we'll see you there.
Yeah.